Advent begins this Sunday, the 1st of December, 2024. In our household, Janice starts decorating mid-November. We've got two trees, lots of wreaths, many decorations, a lot of them with the word joy on it. One granddaughter said a couple of years ago, "Nana, you have too much joy." Another granddaughter, when they were putting up their tree, said to her mom, "Mom, I think this is Nana's joy." It was easy to think that. It's easy to jump into Christmas, isn't it? Oh, the music, the smell of Christmas food. There's a lightness, there's a joy to the season, even as the days get darker. But as much as we celebrate Christmas, and we should, remember that Advent comes first, and it's good to mark these weeks that lead up to Christmas. These 4 weeks that take us through Advent, we reflect on the coming of Jesus Christ, God with us in the muck and mire of history. We remind ourselves that God is at work in our world, His light pushing back the darkness, pointing to, testifying to the coming dawn. In Advent, we anticipate that one day God will straighten out what sin has made crooked, healing the brokenness of our world, making all things new through Jesus. That's a future we can trust, because during Advent, we celebrate that God keeps all of His promises that He's made in Jesus. Let's be careful not to sanitize Advent. Advent is about waiting. There were some 400 years of waiting, of longing and lament after Malachi prophesied about the forthcoming justice and the arrival of the Messiah. There are no easy answers as to why God makes us wait. But let's not rush through the season. Jesus's invasion by birth into the dark times of tyrant kings gives us a choice. We can trust in the armed brutality of violent power, or we can trust in the naked vulnerability of love. It seems like a crazy and absurd choice, but only one of these ways is the Jesus way. We have to choose between the old way of Caesar and the new way of Jesus. It's a choice between the sword and the cross. We have to decide if we'll pledge our allegiance to the empire of power or to the ways of love. We can't do both. Following the Jesus way of loving enemy, doing good to those who hate us, isn't necessarily safe. It doesn't mean that we won't ever get hurt, but it does mean that darkness doesn't prevail. If we make security our most cherished value, and that's often referred to in North America as freedom, we conspire with principalities and powers to keep the world a dark place. But when in solidarity with Jesus, we are willing to risk our safety for the sake of Christ-like love, we are the light of the world, a city that cannot be hidden. We listen to the Advent stories of people like Elizabeth and Zechariah and Mary and Joseph, and they suggest that our kingdom impact is shaped more by our availability than by our ability. C.S. Lewis wrote, "For the wise men of old, the cardinal problem had been how to conform the soul to reality, and the solution had been knowledge and self-discipline and virtue. For humankind today, the problem is how to subdue reality to the wishes of people." And so over these 4 weeks of Advent, I'm going to post a video each Sunday with some reflections on Advent that are rooted in the book of Revelation. Post the links in a variety of places: Facebook, my blog, Bluesky, X, my YouTube channel. The first video is going to be up this Sunday, December the 1st. So join me on this journey through Revelation 21 and 22 as we wait. I'm not sure where this statement came from, but it's a good reminder for this time, in fact, for any time. If someone asks, "What's Christianity about?" what do you tell them? You tell them about Jesus. Jesus Christ is the gospel. You don't tell them about values or virtues or worldviews or verses. You don't tell them about doctrines. You don't even tell them a story like the Good Samaritan and say, that tells it all. You tell them stories about Jesus. You tell them stories about a person who lived and died and rose again that we might live and die to rise again. You tell them the old story of divine love, imaged in human form, a love which wants to be made new in every single human person. So join me this Advent season as we wait